Hi guys, it's Belle, and I'm here to film a flip through of the spreads for my third week in my October daily. Again, just to let people know who may not know, I am using the October daily journal prompts created by Pinkoddbird and others. It was a collaborative effect, but they're her prompts. Again, I will leave the link to her video down below, and I will leave the link to my previous week's flip throughs. If you haven't seen them, there is an October daily playlist if you go to my playlist section. And anyway, let's get on with it. So this was where we left last time. This was day 14. So I decided to leave a few of the pages blank. I may come back and use photos, but as you can see, it's already getting super chunky. So I started the second signature in my book, in my journal. And day 15, the prompt was, if Halloween was a drink, what would be in it? So I was thinking of all these silly creative ways, not silly, but creative ways to do this. And then it just dawned on me. We have a drink in our family. It's a tradition that we make this drink every Halloween. And it's actually called Witch's Brew. So this is it. I made it and took a photo of it. So when my kids were little, in about 2001-ish, I brought a book from a big store over here in the UK called M&S, and it was called Spooky Fun, and it had loads of Halloween stuff in it, everything from how to make costumes, games, decorations, food, drink, the whole lot. And we have used a lot of the stuff. We've done a lot of the stuff in that book, but one thing that has stuck that we do every single year is make this drink. Like I said, it's called Witch's Brew. I took a photo of it actually on the part of the book that the recipe is on. So this drink is basically, we've adapted it over the years, but basically it's a punch, and it's made of fruit juice, ginger ale and lemonade, equal amounts of each depending on your taste. I tend to add more ginger because I love spicy ginger. Then you cut up bits of apple to look like teeth and grapes to look like eyeballs, and then the rim is coated in green sugar, and then you can add all sorts of things. I've just got this little witch's starer that's got my initial on it on there, and literally that is, if Halloween could be a drink, that is what Halloween would be. So I did this side tap pot here, put a Witch's Brew because that's what it's called. Then did use some Tim Holtz die cuts to make it look like a witch is brewing over her giant cauldron. Put the word brew on there. And again, as I've said in my other videos, Pinkoddbird also did a cut apart sheet with her prompts on it, and so that you could put them on the page so you remembered what the prompts were. I am trying to hide those or put them in places where they're not as visible. That's just a game I'm playing with myself. And this time the prompt is actually in the cauldron. Just pops in there in the cauldron. So that's where the prompt is, and that is my Halloween drink. Day 16, nice and simple, create a Halloween ransom note. So I just Mod Podged some napkin. I used some of these monsters that I've had for absolutely ages. The prompt's not as hidden because it's down here. She did say on the thing, use like, a ransom notes like you cut out of pages and stuff, but I've got all these stickers, alphabet stickers, so I decided to use those. And it just simply says, buy the good treats or else little monsters will come and get you. I'll put some bats on there as well. So nice and simple. Day 17 was creating spread inspired by your favourite spooky lyric. Now, a lot of the music I listen to could be classed as having spooky lyrics. And originally I was going to do Black Parade, but there is a song by a band that I absolutely love, both the song and the band. If you can't tell, the spread tells you, it's Fleetwood Mac, it's the Green Man Alicia. It's not necessarily a spooky lyric, but every time I hear that song, it gives me really spooky, unsettled vibes. I don't know if you guys know it. If you don't, definitely go check it out. I've been a fan of Fleetwood Mac since I was a teenager. I'm not old enough to know about them the first time around, but they brought out their Tango in the Night album when I was a teenager, and I bought it and I loved it. And then I researched them, and then I sort of found their back catalogue, and they're literally probably in my top 3 bands of all time. I absolutely love them. Anyway, The Green Men Alici was written and sung by the amazing Peter Green, who was one of the original lineup, obviously, in Fleetwood Mac, if you don't know anything about him. And he said that this song came to him when he was having a nightmare, when he was having sleep paralysis. So he had this nightmare, and then he woke up and he couldn't move. And it's basically about the money, about money and how evil it is and how it can tempt you, and how he equated money with the devil and all this kind of stuff. You know, he might have been on some stuff at the time. But it just really has spooky vibes. So anyway, talking far too much. So I printed off a picture of them with the Green Man Alici, like an image of them that would have been on the album cover. Then behind here, and it worked perfectly because I had music paper on this page of my journal. Behind here is a picture of Peter Green. It's just a little tag. So this song came out in 1969. I think it's on the They Play On album, I think it is. I printed out the words to the song on some vellum tracing paper, and then I used alcohol inks in yellows and greens to give it this kind of 60s green, weird, almost like those lava lamps that you get feel. And then underneath is an image that I found online of someone's done this, the Earthling Society. This is how they've drawn the Green Men Alici with the 2-pronged crown. So I printed off that image. I've put more music paper. I've put the prompt there. And so you can just kind of, I'm going to bring it up to see if you can see it. You can just kind of see the image through this beautiful acetate. So yes, that is my spooky, maybe not traditionally spooky, but spooky to me. So anyway, move on. Stop raving about Fleetwood Mac. Anyway, 18. This may be one of my favourite spreads that I've done so far for 18. Create your own haunted garden of frighteningly ferocious flesh-eating, man-eating zombie plants. Try saying that fast. So I really didn't know what to do for this one. I'm not a great drawer. I kept thinking of Audrey too, and I just didn't know what to do. And then, I don't know, inspiration kind of hit me. I have these zombie head stamps. I think they're Tim Holtz ones. On this page, I ripped out some pages from a plant book that I've got. So there's some weird looking plants behind, like the zombie plants, and then this says voodoo plant devil's tongue, and this says feeding and fertilizers, which I thought kind of went with the theme. And then I used gesso to like really bring the colors down. I had these flowers in all these lovely colors, so I painted them different shades of green because I wanted them green like zombies. I used watercolors on the zombie stamps. Again, I'm not great with shading and watercoloring. Please don't judge, but you know, I am trying. And it really made the mouths look like they had blood that was kind of all over the place. And then I used a red paint dry brush effect to kind of dry brush what looked like blood, where if they'd been biting, the blood would have dripped. Put zombie up there. And then I made, it reminded me of if you go to a historical garden or something like that, like Kew Gardens or something. So I put a sign that I embossed with a wood grain embossing folder, then inked with different inks, put brown eyelets in it. And then this bit of the string is all frayed, where it looks like the sign is kind of broken. This bit's still attached. And it originally said, please do not feed the plants. And someone crossed out the not. So now it says, please do feed the plants. I really love how this page turned out. Considering this is probably the prompt I've struggled most with, I am so happy with how this page has turned out. Anyway, that's day 18. Day 19, I go from my favourite page to maybe my least favourite. This one just didn't come together. Create a pumpkin patch filled with pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. So I used the Tim Holtz pumpkin stencil. I had this tree sticker, had all these pumpkin stickers. I've had this fun pumpkin movable, look, all these little joints move, look. Even his little head and his little brush. I had this sticker for absolutely years, and I wanted him to be like almost the pumpkin caretaker of the pumpkin patch. I don't know, does that sound a bit weird that he's taking care of other pumpkins that may be alive and that he's alive? Does it sound like it's almost like a breeding ground for pumpkins? I don't know, I'm thinking too much in it. Anyway, and then I just used this sticker that I had, and then I've had this paper clip for absolutely ages, so I finally wanted to use it, and it works in here. Remind me of Wallace and Gromit, you know, the curse of the were-rabbit. My head goes to strange places. Anyway, and then I had these dimensional foam stickers that say, hey, pumpkin. So if you turn over, the pumpkin's down here. I had these stickers for absolutely ages too, where it looks like you're carving a pumpkin. I think I brought them when I was scrapbooking a lot, and I just didn't use these ones. So it says Gooey Guts. It has the day, number 19 down there. I used this bag because all the colours were kind of whites, black and orange. Another pumpkin sticker. On here it says pumpkin patch. And then I also made a little tag. It's a shaker tag, pumpkin paper. There's a thing in here that says jack-o'-lantern. It was a journaling card I cut down. And then there's pumpkin sequins. So day 19 was also the first day we could open our advent calendar, and I try to include bits of the packaging from my advent gifts in my spreads, which if you've watched my other 2 October dailies over the last few years, you will know. So on this day, some of this lace was on my advent gift, and also this little cutie was on my advent gift, and it was perfect because it's like a little caterpillar, and you know, caterpillars eat pumpkins. And I put the prompt on the back, so it was perfect. So that goes in there. Not my favourite spread, didn't quite come together as I liked, but there we go. Day 20 was create a batty bat using scraps of paper or fabric. So this is my batty bat. I'll bring it up. At first, I really wanted to do a bat that was made of fabric, but it didn't quite come together. And I had all these scraps from all these bits that I've been doing. So I did a Franken bat. Franken paper bat. I think I did a Franken paper ghost in my last October daily, so it goes quite well. So I used lots of scrap paper. I actually had a bat template that I laid the paper onto, and then I've done tons of stitching, and I've left lots and lots of the strings, used some bat paper to sort of tie it in. This page was really good with all the stars, so use some bat paper, and then just die cut some bats out in similar colours to the stars. And then this bends, and right here, I hope you can see, right here is the prompt. So that is day 20. Day 21. Not sure if this is complete yet. I'm hoping this is picking up. It's getting very chunky. Let me bring it up and you can have a good look at everything. So, I hope that's in shot. So day 21. Day 21. While wandering through your neighbourhood on Halloween night, you notice a haunted house you've never seen. Curious, you tiptoe up to the front window. What do you see inside? So this image actually came in a subscription box about the same day or the day before, and it was perfect. It looks like a haunted house. So what I've done is I've just put bats on it. I've done a little embellishment down here, fabric embellishment using papers and acetate that I've used on this side. Put some little sparkly bat sequins, and it says enter at your own risk, which makes me laugh. You'll find out why. And this window here was designed to look like this window, as if I was actually peeping into that window. So trying to make sure I'm in shot. So this is the window I've made. So I've used some Tim Holtz paper to give it that wood look, but I like this because it kind of looks rotten. I've put a hole in it up here, put it onto black card. Put a little frog. I am debating whether to add moss to the window. I think I might, but I'm not sure. And behind the window, I've actually again used vellum, and I've used alcohol inks on it to give it this kind of weird, distressed, dirty look. And if you open up, there's also, I'm going to try and show you the acetate from this side. So that's what the acetate looks like on the inside. There's a pumpkin, there's a spider web, and then there's this fabric. This fabric actually came on the Advent gift that day. So here is what I would see. Okay. So the background image is just an image I printed off that I found online. So it's, it's got all these books and candles and things like that. So basically I have this stamp and this stamp cracks me up. And basically what this is, okay, what I saw through my window is this very, very stressed out monster mummy. She's obviously got a lot of work happening with her cauldron. People are coming to her for hexes and spells constantly. It's that time of year. It's her busiest time of year. She has a little baby who's been keeping her up all night and is now happily smiling, even though it's kept her up all night. Her house is full of these ghosts that are causing chaos everywhere. And then she has all these bats that she has to take care of as pets. She has to clean out the belfry. She has to make sure they've got enough mice to look after. They're keeping her up all night. The swooping of the ghosts, the baby crying, the bats flying everywhere. She's just really tired, and she's got her bunny slippers on. She's got her hair up in a bun. She's got a comfy dressing gown on, and she's got a good cup of, I suppose for most people it would be strong coffee. For me it would be tea because I don't drink coffee. And she's just looking out as if to say, I'm really not amused. So that's why the enter at the Your Own Risk makes me laugh, because I think she's kind of saying, this is the chaos of my life. And all us very busy mums out there, whether we're working outside the house or, we're at home full time for babies, it doesn't matter what kind of mum you are, we all know those days where it just feels like everything is too chaotic and you're just kind of standing thinking, this is my life. Anyway, I wanted to make something funny. Get it together, Belle. So so I use a sticker. This cutie, this little cute baby that's kept her up all night, was on my Advent gift. These have been drawn by my friend Sarah. And I've used watercolors to kind of, I don't know, give it a blended look. I am trying. Anyway, let's close the window and leave her to her chaos. And again, it's magnetized. So that is day 15 to 21. Let me know what you think down below. Excuse my crazy laughter. Again, there was another spread I struggled with. I didn't know what to do in there, and then I found that stamp and I was just like, yep. And then I based my whole spread around that one stamp. Anyway, they are the prompts. That is days 15 to 21. If you like what you see and want to stay for more of this crazy rambling, please click that subscribe button and hit that like, thumbs up. And I will be back again very soon with the next week, which is our final week spread. Can you believe it? It's gone so quickly. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having lots of spooky, crafty fun. And I will be back again soon. Until then, guys, bye.